for every 5 loved regular show characters, there are another 5 who are completely despised. And today we're going to compare them all. But you already knew that. This is most loved versus most hated regular show characters part 2. We're starting with someone who may not steal the spotlight often, but when he does, he totally deserves it. High Five Ghost. Sure, he's not as popular as Mordecai and Rigby, but when he shows up, it's always fun to watch. High Five Ghost doesn't talk much and doesn't appear a lot, but when he does, he always makes things interesting. He's the quiet guy who tries to help but ends up in funny and weird situations.
Oh no! Do you realize what you've done? Me? What? That was Muscle Man's favorite and only shirt!
He's different in a good way, and that's what makes him special and fun to watch. One of his best moments is in the episode The Postcard. In this one, we see a different side of him. He's not just a ghost who's there for laughs. He really cares about someone named Celia and holds onto a promise he made 4 years ago. That shows he has a big heart. Watching him try to understand the postcard and chase down that promise is sweet and touching. You can't help but cheer him on because he shows real feelings and hope.
That's my favorite.
Celia!
I thought you weren't coming.
I wasn't sure what to do, and I just wound up here.
Me too.
High Five Ghost also has a fun friendship with Low Five Ghost. They joke around a lot and tease each other, but deep down you can tell they really care. This makes High Five Ghost feel more real and more lovable. Whether he's helping the team or dealing with ghost problems, he proves that even side characters can have a strong heart.
I just want to be alone right now.
We're still gonna get pizzaninis, right?
He may not be in the spotlight all the time, but when he is, he reminds us why we like the quiet underdogs. From lost love to silly battles, High Five Ghost shows that even the quiet ones can shine the brightest. And if you thought that was sweet, don't get too comfortable, because the next character is about to test your patience. Let's talk about Silver Dude. You know that one guy who shows up in group projects, says nothing, does nothing, and still manages to make everything harder? That's him. He's not evil, he's not chaotic, he's not even interesting. He's just there, existing, proudly. And somehow that's what makes him so hated. Silver Dude is the perfect example of someone who could have been cool but ended up doing nothing. He thinks he's the main event when he's barely background noise. He's always coated in silver paint like he's got something special going on, but he doesn't. He's literally a statue with an ego. A guy who acts like he's cooler than everyone else because he can stand still in public. Congratulations! And the worst part? He thinks he's creative. In the episode where Mordecai and Rigby try street performing, he flat out steals their idea, word for word, then has the nerve to remix it and act like he invented something new. When called out, he hides behind vague nonsense like it's street law, as if that makes it okay. It's not clever, it's not original, it's just lazy.
Dude, stop ripping us off. You don't even know what Zombies Return is.
Doesn't matter. I'm making bank.
Those are our voices, our songs, and our moves!
People don't hate Silver Dude because he's a villain. He's not threatening or dangerous. He's not even funny. He's just a poser who takes up space, tries to copy other people's success, and then acts smug about it.
Bring it on! He's doing everything we're doing and the crowd loves it!
But if that walking tin can get on your nerves, just wait. This next one might scream her way into your heart. If you didn't know, she's actually a big reason why the crazy relationship with Muscle Man works at all. Starla is strong, caring, and honestly, way too good for someone like Muscle Man. There's one moment where Starla and Muscle Man decide to take a break to prove their love for each other. It's not the best idea, but Starla doesn't give up. She really believes in love, even if her way of showing it is a bit wild. She speaks her mind and isn't afraid to be herself, which makes people like her more.
My baby needs me! Starla!
And the best part is, Starla isn't just the girlfriend character. She's smart, bold, and has a lot of personality. For example, when she says she's fine without Muscle Man calling her, but you know she's totally hoping he will. It's something many people can relate to. If you thought Starla was wild, just wait until you meet this guy. His ego is bigger than his basketball head. Bankis isn't just some random scammer. He's that one annoying guy who acts rich and better than everyone, like a show-off in school who keeps talking about his money. People don't hate him because he cheats. They hate him because he doesn't even need to cheat. He already has everything going his way and still pretends like he's struggling. His attitude feels like someone who beats you in a game, then makes you pay for their drink afterward. He walks into a room like everyone owes him something, even though all he does is act rude and full of himself. Let's be honest, his name is literally Cash. That's not a normal name. That's a warning sign. It sounds like the name of someone who runs a shady arcade, takes your money, and kicks you out for asking for change. What makes him the worst isn't just that he wins, it's how he uses confidence as a weapon. He tricks Rigby, takes advantage of him, and then acts like he taught him a deep life lesson. He talks like he's smart and wise, but he acts like a bully.
You may not have to pay me that money, but I won this hat fair and square on that side bet. You'll never see it again.
That basketball hoop head is a constant reminder of how much he enjoys making others feel small. He shows up acting like he's already won, making sure everyone knows it. Even when he loses, he's quick to make excuses, refusing to accept defeat. Even when he loses, he still argues, trying to keep the win by using some lame excuse. He doesn't care about fairness. He only cares about looking better than everyone else. Now that we've dealt with that walking bank account, it's time to bring in someone who proves that kindness can still steal the show. Don, Rigby's younger brother, is the total opposite of him. While Rigby is loud, jealous, and always trying too hard, Don is calm, kind, and just naturally cool. He doesn't even try to be liked, people just love him. That's what makes it so funny and sad for Rigby, because no matter what he does, everyone still likes Don more. When Don comes to the park, it's like a superstar has arrived. He's tall, friendly, and funny without trying. You can tell he's the type of guy who would be good at everything, maybe even running a business or giving advice on a podcast. He makes people laugh easily and everyone wants to be around him. Meanwhile, Rigby's always yelling or getting mad. So, of course, people prefer Don.
Did somebody order an accountant?
Thank you so much for coming on such short notice.
But here's the thing. Don is super nice. He gives hugs, high fives, and sweet handshakes called sugar. He doesn't act like he's better than anyone. In fact, he really looks up to Rigby and thinks Rigby is awesome. That's what makes it even harder for Rigby. Don doesn't even know he's stealing the spotlight. He's just being himself.
Benson, give me some sugar. Nice to meet you.
And when Don finds out that Rigby feels hurt and left out, he doesn't laugh or get mean. He says sorry, like a real grown-up. He admits he was wrong and wants to fix things. That's something a lot of people don't do. And it shows how good Don really is. People love Don not just because he's cool or funny, but because he cares. He's the kind of brother anyone would want. Someone who helps, listens, and doesn't need to be the center of attention all the time. And even though he makes mistakes, he tries to make them right. Don might be lovable without trying, but the next character, he tries way too hard and fails even harder. You'd think a security system is just there to watch people and keep things safe, right? Not with Peeps. Peeps is a floating eyeball who doesn't help at all. He doesn't fix problems. He just makes everything worse, weird, and super uncomfortable. It all starts when Mordecai and Rigby skip work again. Instead of washing the truck, they have a staring contest. Benson gets mad and brings in Peeps to watch them. But Peeps isn't normal, he's creepy. He floats around, staring at people. He doesn't talk much, he doesn't even help. He just stares, and it's super weird. Peeps follows everyone. Not just Mordecai and Rigby, but everyone. He watches Pops in the shower. He watches Skips doing his work. He even watches Muscle Man eat. Peeps is always there. No one has any privacy. He ruins everything. Mordecai and Rigby try to stop Peeps by dumping coffee on the system. That doesn't work. Then Benson makes it worse by using Jeepers Peepers X Infinity, a super crazy version of Peeps. Now the eyeball is everywhere, all the time. And the worst part? Peeps challenges Mordecai to a staring contest. If Mordecai loses, Peeps gets to take everyone's eyes. Yes, really. He wants to steal their eyeballs. That's not just creepy, it's nightmare fuel.
I'm here to stay, if you read the lifetime guarantee that you signed.
Mordecai tries his best, but it's Rigby who saves the day. He uses a red laser pointer to burn all of Peeps' eyes. Finally, Peeps blinks, screams, and falls into a lake. It's the best moment ever. The creepy eyeball loses. So why do people hate Peeps? Because he's not just annoying, he's scary. He watches everyone all the time. He doesn't understand personal space. He ruins fun, makes everyone feel weird, and never goes away. And guess what? Even after all that, Peeps still doesn't leave. Because Benson didn't read the contract, Peeps is stuck in the park forever. He's not just hated, he's feared. Peeps is like a bad dream that never ends. And that's why Peeps is the most hated character in regular show. Creepy eyeball nightmares aside, our next ghostly guest knows how to keep it chill and earns love for exactly that. Low-Five Ghost is one of the coolest characters in regular show, even if people don't talk about him much. While Mordecai and Rigby are always yelling or doing something crazy, Low-Five Ghost just hangs back and stays calm. He doesn't need to be loud or wild. He's cool just by being himself. His brother, High-Five Ghost, is full of energy, always jumping around and giving high fives. But Low-Five Ghost is the opposite. He gives quiet, low fives, talks less, and always looks relaxed. When he walks into a room, he doesn't try to stand out. But somehow, people still notice him. That's real cool.
There's the exit!
What makes him special is how he stays out of all the drama. Mordecai and Rigby are always in trouble. Muscle Man is always yelling or playing a prank. But Low-Five Ghost? He's just chilling, watching everything, and never getting stressed. It's like he knows how to enjoy life without getting too caught up in the mess.
Hey, it's Fives.
Happy birthday, Fives!
And even though he's quiet, he's powerful too. One time, Mordecai and Rigby wanted to sneak into a party. Low-Five Ghost used his ghost powers to help them turn into ghosts. He didn't make a big deal about it. He just helped, then went back to relaxing. That's the kind of friend you want. Low-Five Ghost may stay calm in the background, but the next guy makes himself known in all the worst ways. Quips is that one cousin who thinks he's funny but just ends up being super annoying. He walks into the room like he's the star of a comedy show, but his jokes are always bad. Like, really bad. You don't laugh, you just sit there in silence hoping he stops talking. But he never does. He tells the same silly, awkward jokes again and again, even when no one laughs. He doesn't know that he's not funny, and that's kinda sad. He truly thinks he's a great comedian. Quips just wants people to like him. He wants attention and laughs, but he tries way too hard. He's not trying to be mean. He just wants to be loved. He thinks if he tells enough jokes, maybe people will think he's cool. But instead, he makes things uncomfortable for everyone. He doesn't know when to stop. That's his biggest problem.
Last one, 'cause I gotta go. Why? Hey, wait! I didn't get to finish my punchline!
His cousin Skips is the only one who puts up with him. Skips doesn't yell or push him away. He just lets Quips be Quips, knowing he'll crash on his own. That's kind of sweet in a weird way.
Nice to see ya. Speaking of see ya, what did one ocean say to the other ocean? See ya later.
One time, Reginald trapped Quips in a cube and made him listen to his own bad jokes. Even then, Quips didn't understand why people don't like them. He still thought he was funny. Quips isn't a bad guy, he's just lost. He needs a little help to fit in. In the end, Skips helps him become a clown for kids. It's the perfect job. He still tells jokes, but now people actually laugh. Quips might have bombed on stage, but this next character always comes through when it counts. Skips isn't just a normal character. He's not loud or silly like the others. He's calm, smart, and always ready to help. He's a big, strong, white gorilla who has lived for a very long time. Since the time of dinosaurs. Skips has seen everything, but he still shows up to work at the park every day and helps his friends when things go wrong. When the world is falling apart, Skips is the one who fixes it. While everyone else is panicking, Skips stays calm. He never shows off. He just does his job and keeps the world from ending. That's why people don't just like Skips, they respect him. Skips is also kind. He's not mean or rude. Even when Mordecai and Rigby mess things up, he doesn't get angry. He helps them, forgives them, and teaches them what to do next. That's real strength.
Dude, Skips, you were wrong. The whole wheat donut was what we needed all along, not more sugar.
What? I was...
But Skips has a sad side too. He's lived forever, which means he has lost people he loved. He feels pain, but doesn't talk about it. He just keeps going, helping others and doing his best. Every year, Skips does a secret birthday dance in the forest. This dance keeps him young. One time, Mordecai and Rigby ruined it, and Skips actually died. But even then, he didn't get mad. He came back to life and forgave them. Skips is the heart of the show. He's the grown-up who cleans up the mess, the hero who never asks for praise. He's the reason everything stays together. Skips may be the calm center of the storm, but the next character is a walking storm cloud, always ready to explode. Benson is a gumball machine, and the angriest one you'll ever meet. He's the manager of the park, but he's more like a walking stress ball. His face is always red, steam shoots from his head, and he's always yelling at someone. If someone even breathes wrong, he screams, "You're fired!"
If you say your mom, you're fired!
He's not evil, he's just really angry. Benson is supposed to be the responsible adult, but instead of helping, he just yells about paperwork, rules, and getting back to work. Even when crazy things happen, like demon keyboards or ghost attacks, he still complains about missing reports.
Whoa, Benson, are you
And he has zero chill. None. If Mordecai is late, he's fired. If Rigby eats someone's lunch, he's fired. If Muscle Man microwaves a burrito too long, it's World War III. Now, Benson has a reason to be stressed. He works with a time-traveling Yeti, a lollipop boss, and 2 slackers who break reality every day. That would drive anyone crazy. But Benson doesn't just feel stress, he is stress. Every time the gang tries to relax or have fun, Benson shows up to ruin it. Whether they're saving the world or just playing games, Benson screams, "Get back to work!" And here's the worst part. He's a hypocrite. He yells at others for messing up, but then he runs off to start a band or sulk over a breakup. He's just as wild as everyone else, but he wears a tie and calls it being responsible. Sometimes Benson shows a softer side. He smiles once in a while. He even cares deep down. But most of the time, Benson is the angry boss no one likes. He doesn't make things better, he just makes everyone nervous. And that's why he's the most hated in regular show. Well, if you enjoyed this one, don't stop here. Go click this video on your screen right now. There's plenty more where that came from. I'm waiting. Still here?